Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything okay? Please let me know. Is the audio fine? I hope yes, everything is fine today. Please let me know in the comment section that can you hear me clearly? Yesterday we had some technical issue, that is the slide was not clear, right? I hope things are fine now. So it's time. Let us start with the class properly. So the topic that I am going to take here is the world climatic regions. It is one of the most important topic for our prelims, mains, all the particular parts of examination. That is UPSC Civil Services examination. Now, before starting, I'm Dinesh Kumar R. Those who are watching me for the first time, so I am a B.Tech mechanical engineer and I am teaching you geography here. So, if a B.Tech mechanical engineer can teach you geography, it is a very interesting and easy subject. Anybody can understand this. Okay, so I am teaching for UPSC examination for more than 4 years now. And if you like my lecture, you can follow me on the Unacademy profile. This is my profile. You can follow there, where you can get the plus courses as well as free number, more than 100 free courses are there, so you can get through my profile there. So next, few more announcement before starting the class. So we know that June 27th is the prelims examination. We are just left with 6 months now, so we don't have time to waste. So now is the time. Start your preparation now. Be on track. We don't have time to waste anymore. If you lose 1 month, your chances are coming down now. So be focused from now. So how to get focused? We know that every year around 10 lakh aspirants they apply for the examination, and out of that, please remember, it's shocking to know that only 45% of them attempt the exam. The reason is rest of them are not prepared well. Why? Because they are not confident towards the end and they quit. They will skip the examination. So please don't fall on that category. That's why I said we have 6 months. Start your preparation from now itself. Next, now please remember you have to get into this 0.09% to clear the examination. So work smart within this particular less time available. Next, these two things, it is very important. Now there are huge amount of huge number of aspirants who will be falling in these two categories. Now first one, this who are, I can say, less than 27 years of age, they are relatively safe. They have time to, I can say, settle in their career. So I will advise them to give a lot of time to strengthen their basics, study well. Now you have time, but the persons here, now you have to think much better. You have to give your 100%, and please remember, you have to be ready with your plan B also. If not UPSC, then what? Think about it, because I'm not intending to means pressurize you or make you tensed. No, but this is a reality, right? You should not be thinking after 31, 32 that what I am supposed to do now. So definitely you should be guided well now. Start preparation very well now. So this examination, it's a vast examination, more than 20 subjects, more than 100 plus books, more than 11 examinations you have to attend, and you have limited time. So I'm saying now you have 6 months for the prelims. So definitely it is limited time. How to prepare in this limited time? So definitely work more, and we will be there to guide you properly. Through Unacademy, there are a number of, I can say, platforms. Plus platform, we are now starting with a course, that is, it has just started today. So if anybody is interested, they can still join this batch. This is champions batch, which is going for 6 months, which is a 6 month batch, and it is, please remember, exclusively for prelims. And when I say exclusively for prelims, please remember, it is not a crash course. It is not a crash course. It is going to be an extensive course which will cover 100% requirement of your preliminary examination. It is more than 500 hours of class. And if you know about the Unacademy platform, the batch courses, it is dealt by the top educators of Unacademy. You can check it here. These are the top educators in India who are dealing with classes on Unacademy. So all the batch courses are dealt by these top educators. And there are various other batches. Another 6 month batch, you can see it is in bilingual language, Hindi language, and English language. You can join any of them if you require. For 2022 who are aiming, you can start your preparation now itself. There are courses coming in 3 different languages, you can check. And now this one is for the college goers who are in the last year, final years of the examination. They will be attending in 2023. So there is an extensive batch for you guys. So you can also attend these classes if you can subscribe now. Now there are various varieties of classes on Unacademy Plus platform. Two types of paid courses I can say. One is the Plus course, second is the Iconic course. Now please remember, both are paid courses. What are the fee? You can see it here. You have to get subscribed. Now, if I compare the fee, please believe me, the fees are relatively much lesser with respect to other coaching industry outside. For 1 year, the regular fees is 49,000, and if you use my referral code, that is Dinesh RT10 here, you can avail 10% discount, and the fee comes to be 44,000. If you are preparing for 2022, you can think about 2 years preparation, 2 years subscription, where the fees is 72,000, and by using the referral code Dinesh RD10 you can avail it at 64,800. It is much lesser than other coaching industry, so you can think about it. And one more thing before starting, there are two categories of paid classes. One is your Plus course, normal Plus course, and one is your Iconic course. In Plus course, you will be getting live classes, you will get test series, you will get unlimited practices, that is test series and other things, and well structured batch courses and individual courses, anything you can take. What extra you have in Iconic subscription is you will get a personal mentor who will be there with you to guide you properly. You will get a study planner, you will continuously get expert guidance, and mains test series is also included here. Here it will be prelims test series only, here mains test series will also be there. So yes, this is all about the details about the Plus courses. If you want to subscribe, you can use my referral code Dinesh RT10 so that you can get a huge discount of 10%. Chalo. Now let us start with the topic. The topic of the day, as I have clearly mentioned, is the world climatic regions. Now, if you ask me what is world climatic regions, the world climatic region is a topic that we study under climatology. Climatology can be divided into static portions and dynamic portions. Now, please remember, climatology is one of the most important topic with respect to our UPSC Civil Services examination because it is highly dynamic. Regularly, they are in news. Monsoon, El Nino, La Nina, climate change. These are very much important topics. So make sure you are very strong with respect to climatology. So once as I am going to start this particular course now, world climatic region, I believe that you are relatively well with the good with the static portion, and the dynamic portion is not required here, but this is also very much important for your mains and prelims perspective. Now, how to attend these classes? You can visit my profile on Unacademy. There are number of lectures. In paid course, I have complete course on physical geography. You can attend this complete course there. Apart from that, you have special classes also where I've taken physical geography classes. You will also get some of these lectures there. Now, this one I'm going to start with in details. As I said, this is one of the most important portion of climatology. Now, directly entering into the topic. Now, what is world climatic region? When I talk about world climatic region, what is it? So please understand, world climatic region means you might have heard about certain regions like tropical region, desert region, Mediterranean climate, equatorial climate, tundra, taiga. All these are very common climatic regions that we have heard in our school days. So what are they? See, based on certain factors, maybe the availability of water, maybe the temperature condition, maybe the amount of sunlight you receive, maybe the type of soil in an area, all these things will decide certain types of characteristics in an area. What are these certain types of characteristics? What is the amount of rainfall you are getting here? What is the temperature, average temperature you have here? Do you have a proper seasonal cycles here? Right? What are the kind of vegetations here? What are the economic activities here? So based on that, the entire world can be divided into number of divisions. So these individual divisions can be said as world climatic regions, and there are huge number of factors which are responsible for continuously, I can say, responsible for development and modification of various climate regions. So let us start with what are the factors which are affecting them. So first one is latitude. Latitude is a very common factor. What is latitude? We all know that this is equator. It is your Tropic of Cancer. We have Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. So a basic thing we know with respect to latitude is latitude marks different heat zones on the map of the world. That means if I move away from the equator, that is towards the pole, we know that insolation goes on decreasing, that is availability of sunlight goes on decreasing, temperature goes on decreasing. So definitely when I say temperature is decreasing, insolation is decreasing, definitely it will affect the vegetation and other activities of those areas. So yes, latitude affects the world climatic regions. Second is altitude. The best example I can give. Have you seen Himalayas or any of the mountains for that matter? Have you visited any tourist destinations in the mountains? The vegetation that you see in the tourist destination, is it same as that of the vegetation and other activities you see in the plain? Definitely no. Is the human activity same? Definitely no. So can I say altitude clearly affects the human activities or the world climatic region of an area? Right? If you go slightly higher in the mountains, you are bound to get conical trees. Right? If you are in the lower stratas of the mountains, you get broad-leaved, or I can say open forest, or you have normal trees. So you have differences, right? So altitude definitely affects them. Similarly, if I talk about animals, they are also different in lower latitude and higher latitudes, lower altitudes and higher altitudes. Why don't you get polar bears in equator? World climatic regions are different. Naturally, these things. Next, insolation received. I have already explained latitude, so it can be correlated, these two terms. As we move away from the equator, generally we can say the amount of insolation received goes on decreasing. So definitely it is affecting it. Next, temporal variability, change in seasons and duration of sunshine. Now please remember, when I talk about seasons, now please don't mistaken that seasons are common. No. If I consider different locations in the world, everywhere there are different kinds of seasons. If I talk about summer in India and if I talk about summer in London or UK, it is not same. They're entirely different. Right? So seasons are different in different areas. For example, generally when we talk about the global seasons, we generally talk about few seasons like summer, winter, autumn, and spring. But do we say the same seasons with respect to India? No. What we say with respect to India is we have dry summer season, we have dry winter season, we have advancing monsoon, we have retreating monsoon. These are the seasons. So seasons world over in different areas are different. So definitely when seasons are different, can I say the world climatic regions will be different, in type of vegetations will be different, human activities will be different. So same thing. Next, look, this one is explained. If you have any doubts in between, you can please keep on typing in the comment section. Okay, I'm just looking this in between. Yes, Sri Hari, very good morning, very good evening. Okay, ciao. Let me continue. Location of global high and low pressure belts. Now, when you study climatology, you will understand that equatorial area is referred as equatorial low pressure belt. Just above, somewhere around 30° north, we call it subtropical high pressure belt. 30° south, subtropical high pressure belt. Then we have subpolar low pressure, subpolar low pressure. Similarly, polar area, it is high pressure. That means we have different types of pressure belts on the map of the world. And can I say pressure belts decides number of things. Pressure belts affects wind. Pressure belts decide rainfall. Pressure belts decides temperature in a way. So directly when it is deciding wind pattern, when it is deciding temperature, rainfall, can I definitely say that pressure belts are also going to regulate the world climatic regions. So yes, that is also one of the factor. Next is prevailing wind. Definitely wind. What does it do? We have basically three types of permanent winds. I hope you all know that. What are the names of these permanent winds? The wind that is blowing along the equator or towards the equator, they are the easterlies. Above equator, above, or I can say above the tropical area, the winds are basically referred as westerlies. So these are our westerlies. And above that, I can say we have polar easterlies. So these are varieties of wind. And when a wind, it blows from lower latitude to higher latitude, can I say it brings heat towards the higher latitude? Similarly, when a wind blows from higher latitude to lower latitude, so can I say it brings the cold conditions here? So definitely wind helps us in distributing the temperature, mixing up of the temperature. So definitely wind is responsible for affecting the world climatic regions. Next is ocean currents. It's a very important factor. How? You might have studied in oceanography what are ocean currents. If you have not studied, you can check my special class lectures, which is freely available. You can those who are first timers on Unacademy platform, maybe app or over laptop, to unlock these lectures you can use the referral code Dinesh RT10, because otherwise you can't be able to see it. So Dinesh RT10. You can use this referral code to unlock all my free lectures. You have more than 100 free lectures on Unacademy, wherein I have taken the classes of entire ocean currents. So you can watch it there if you require more clarity. So ocean currents, I will just give you a small example. Okay. So for example, I generally give a very basic example. What does ocean currents do? Ocean currents has a property that it keeps on moving from equator to pole, from pole to equator. It keeps on circulating in the ocean. So when the ocean current it moves from equator to pole, it takes heat from equator towards pole. When the ocean current it comes from pole to equator, it brings coldness towards the equator. So wherever warm water passes by, so whichever part of continents, for example, when you study oceanography, you will clearly understand ocean currents in northern hemisphere, they move in clockwise direction like this, while in southern hemisphere they move in anti-clockwise direction like this. Now, as I said, this is ocean. So if I want to mark continents here, for example, this is one of the continent, and for example, this is another continent. Now when this water, let me change the color. Now, when this water moves in clockwise, can you see this part of my land, this part of my continent will be getting warm water? Why? Because the water is coming from the equator. So you will get a warmness here. Similarly, when I talk about this end, can I say the water is coming from the pole? So you will be getting colder conditions here. So please understand that what happens is the water, ocean water, when it circulates, it keeps on affecting the temperature of different regions. Some areas it will be giving warming effect, some areas it will be giving cooling effect. So as a result, definitely it is also affecting the world climatic regions. Chalo, moving further. What are the factors responsible for development of different climatic regions? Second part. So these were the first part. We have to cover some more points. Let us continue. Next point is distance from the sea, or I can say continentality and the maritime effect. If I talk about Delhi versus Mumbai, what is the difference? Delhi is towards the interior of the continent, right? So suppose this is our India. Suppose this is our India roughly. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, for example, this is my India. If I want to mark Delhi, it is somewhere here. Mumbai is somewhere here. So the difference is Mumbai is in a coastal city. Mumbai is a coastal city, while Delhi is a interior city. So what happens? Mumbai gets a maritime effect. Always water is nearby. So the climatic conditions are moderate. Delhi is no way nearer to water body, or I can say ocean. So the temperatures are extreme. The summer is very hot, winter is very cold. Similarly, this is Mumbai. Suppose this is Pune. They are very nearby areas, but climatic conditions are entirely different. Mumbai is having moderate type of climate. Pune faces some extremities. So that is the effect. So definitely that will affect the world climatic regions. Next is configuration of land and sea. This is an important point. Okay. When I talk about configuration of land and sea, please after the class, I will advise you something. You just check two water bodies in India. This one is Arabian Sea. This one is Arabian Sea. And this one is, I can say, Bay of Bengal. Okay, so there is a small homework for you guys after the class. What you will do, you will check the atlas and you will compare these two water bodies. One is Arabian Sea, second is Bay of Bengal. And please, when you check it carefully, you will understand that Bay of Bengal is slightly smaller, or I can say enclosed, than the Arabian Sea. Arabian Sea is relatively more open, while Bay of Bengal is relatively more enclosed. When it is more enclosed, smaller, it can be heated up very fast. Simple example, if you want to boil some water, if you just try to heat up 20 liters of water, or if you want heat 1 liter of water, which will be fastly heating up? Normally 1 liter water, right? So same this thing, Bay of Bengal is relatively more enclosed and slower, so it will be heating up faster. So definitely it will be affecting the surroundings. That is one of the reason why you will study that is one of the reason why we get maximum cyclones in the Bay of Bengal when we compare it with Arabian Sea. So That is the land sea difference configuration. Next is one more thing, land sea difference. Now this is, and now please remember these three topics, okay, they looks like similar, but please understand they are not similar, they are different. What is distance from the sea? How much away this location is from the sea. What is configuration? How much smaller the water body is, how much land is covering it. Now when I talk about land and sea difference means, I hope you guys know that water, it takes time to heat up. It does not heat up very fast. But land, it heats up very fast and it cools down very fast. But water takes time to heat up and takes time to cool down. Why? Because water, I can say, it is relatively transparent. The sunlight that comes and falls on the surface layer of water, it penetrates deeper and deeper. So it is spread over more area and it tries to heat up more area. And one more phenomenon, you might have heard about convection. That is, water starts moving when temperature changes. So that is a very efficient type of heat transfer mechanism in water. So it heats up very slowly. Slightly heated up, it will just transfer it to the next layer. So efficient. But land, it is not. It's fixed. It's fixed. So it's not that much efficient heat transfer going on. You have conduction. So that's why land heats up very fast. Water takes time. So definitely when you have water nearby, it will be affecting that. So that is the difference in heating land and sea. Next is aspect of slope. It is an important data again. For example, this is a mountain. And for example, I have sun somewhere here. So can I say if this is south and this is north, I am getting sunlight only on the south facing side of the mountain. This side I am not getting proper sunlight. So can I say if I am not getting proper sunlight here, moisture will be relatively more. It can happen. Here I'm getting more sunlight, more evaporation, less moisture will be present. So definitely more less moisture here, more moisture here. Moisture will definitely decide the pattern of vegetation in that area. Apart from that, sunlight, you have more sunlight here, this area will be good for agriculture. You have less sunlight here, this area will not be good for agriculture. So definitely it is affecting the economical activity also. So that is how the aspect of slope works. The area where you get direct sunlight, they behave in a way, and the area which does not get direct sunlight, they behave in another way. That is the effect of aspect of slope. Next is distribution of mountain barriers. Now, the classic example with respect to this is the Western Ghats of India. For example, this is Western Ghat. Okay. Now, sorry, this is Indian Peninsula. And where is our Western Ghat on this map? I can show you this one. This is my Western Ghat. Now, Western Ghat regulates the rainfall pattern of the entire peninsular India. How? Because which is the rainy season in the country? Can I say it is southwest monsoon? The wind enters like this in southwest monsoonal season. So first they have to encounter, they will collide with the Western Ghat. They will create rainfall on the western side of Western Ghat. Whatever moisture is left, that will only reach in the eastern side. So definitely eastern side will be receiving less amount of rainfall. So yes, mountain barriers, it affects the amount of rainfall. So if I want to properly compare, can I say western side of Western Ghats, you will have dense forest, while eastern side of Western Ghats you will get very, I can say, a dry type of vegetation, arid type of vegetation, slightly deciduous type of forest, I can say thorny and bushy vegetation, which you get in a dry area. So that is how the mountain barriers act. Next is the effect or influence of air masses. Now, air masses are highly dynamic concept. They are associated with bringing rainfall. I won't be explaining air mass here. I will be taking another class for air mass because it is a part which has to be dealt with in details. Okay, so air mass in higher latitude, they bring huge amount of rainfall. They are linked with cyclone formations in, I can say, not tropical, it is temperate cyclones. So they affect climatic conditions in a region tremendously. So when they affect climatic conditions and rainfall, definitely they will be affecting the world climatic regions and the vegetation. So please remember, these are the factors which are responsible for creation of different types of world climatic regions. I hope it is very much clear till now. You can ask if you have any doubts. And in between, keep on asking your doubt if you have doubts. Now in between, a small announcement. Now when, if any of you are using Unacademy platform for the first time, and if you want to attend the free classes, there are three things that Unacademy is giving freely to the students. One is free special class. So by attending free special class, you will get a feel of the plus class, how we take the plus class. It is just a, I can say, trailer of your main class. That is, we take plus class in as a detailed manner, but this will be a trailer for your plus class so that you can get an experience. To unlock the plus course free classes on Unacademy, you can use my referral code Dinesh RT10. Okay, then you have free test quizzes conducted by faculties, you have different test series, you have live quizzes. These are the things that is freely available on Unacademy platform. And please remember, there is Unacademy Combat, that is a type of game that is going to be, you can just visit Unacademy and you can enroll to the link. The date is December 20 and 11 a.m. and if you become the toppers, you get number of prizes and all this particular thing, which is really very good, right? And this is also another free thing that is available on Unacademy. Daily there is 20 current affairs test series questions done every month, and it is daily, and December it is provided daily, so you can attend this. It will be helping you to revise your current affairs. Okay, so these are the three things that Unacademy is continuously providing free. Apart from that, as we are taking now YouTube Unacademy Articulate, it is free, and you have Telegram channel, you can follow this channel Unacademy so that you can get various updates. So these are the free things available on the Unacademy platform, so make use of them. It will be very much helping your preparations. So let us continue with the class. So we have completed what are the factors they are responsible for affecting the world climatic regions. So these are the factors we have just discussed. Next thing, what are world climatic regions? How many world climatic regions are there? So we have to discuss them one by one. So what are they? So let us try to name them. Please check it here. You have around 13 types of world climatic regions. Now, a small caution for you guys. Now this topic, that is world climatic regions, if you ask me from where I'm taking this topic or which book covered this particular topic, this topic is covered in very famous book that we aspirants all read, that is G.C. Leong, Go Cheng Leong book. This is the book where this topic is extensively covered. But please remember, the class that I am conducting here, it is not exactly I have taken from G.C. Leong. I have modified it. Number of things have been added and removed. Okay, it is given in a most important way. Now please understand, now when you read world G.C. Leong book, you won't get 13 world climatic regions. You will be getting around 10 or 11 world climatic regions. The reason is I have further subdivided some of the reasons because we felt it little bit better. When I was studying, I felt that is little bit better. The source that I was using, that was mentioned like that, and I feel that more comfortable, so I'm using like that. So it's a caution that you can follow anything. No, nothing is wrong here. You can follow this 10 11 world climatic regions given in world climatic GC Leong, no issue. You can also follow this 13 that I am mentioning. It is also perfectly correct. It is up to you which one you follow. Now first thing, I will be just naming them which are these world climatic regions, then we will go with them one by one. So let us check here. First one, world climatic region, we will be going with the equatorial climate. I hope you might have heard about it. Very common thing, hot and wet. Daily you have very high temperature in the entire day. In the afternoon you have extensive rainfall and all these particular things associated with equatorial climate. We'll discuss about this one by one. Then we have polar type of climate, that is above your pole area near somewhere around 80 to 90 degree altitudes. It's very cold. I can say most of the area is permanently frozen. You get 6-month day, 6-month night. Those are the things. We have tundra type of vegetation just below the pole. They are tundra. Tundra means most of the time it is permafrost, I can say, but there will be short span of summer when slightly ice will melt and you get certain type of small vegetations coming up. Like I can say mosses, lichens and all. Some hummingbirds will be there. Bumblebees will be there. Small birds. All these particular things. Then we have taiga. You might have seen about coniferous trees and all. Those are associated with taiga. Taiga climate. Tropical monsoonal climate. I hope I don't have to say more because we are living in tropical monsoonal climate. We have savanna type of climate, which is slightly drier than tropical climate, and it is a grassland, also known as very much famous for hunting and all. Right? It's known as big game countries, those regions which fall under this. Next, we have tropical desert. When I say desert, tropical means it's a hot region. Desert means it's a dry region. So it will be basically my dry or hot deserts conditions. China type of climate. It is, I can say, in a way similar to monsoonal type, but slightly in the higher latitudes. We'll discuss about this China type of vegetation also. Next is mid-latitudinal deserts. I will show you all these locations. Please give me a second. Mid-latitudinal deserts. So when I say mid-latitudinal deserts, it is not low latitudinal. Low latitudinal is extensively hot. This one is, I cannot say it is always hot. It will have winter, it will have summer also. It will have a cold situation, hot situation also. It's a separate kind of desert. We'll discuss that. We have Mediterranean climate, which is, I hope you know, is very much famous for its orchards, wine, all these particular things, grape cultivation and all. This is Mediterranean. Then we have Laurentian type of climate. It is a, I can say, a type of transition type of climate between China type, and we will discuss about taiga type of vegetation. It has different types of forest, coniferous and other type of vegetations also. We'll discuss. Next is a very beautiful place, that is steppe type of vegetation, where you have very beautiful meadows, fine small grasslands. These are very much good for, I can say, the herders. These are very much good for this cattle and all this particular thing. Productivity in this area is very high, and one of the best climatic conditions in the world, where the people prefer to live maximum with comfortable and good health, and that is our British type of climate. So very much comfortable climatic situations. So these are the 13 type of world climatic regions that we will be discussing and understanding in this course. So suppose this is a continent. The figure, that the box you can see, for example, this is a continent. Can you see? I have marked latitude. This is 0 degree, 10 degree, 30 degree, 45 degrees, 60, 70, 80 and 90 is pole. So in this figure, I have clearly represented what are different types of climates that I have mentioned about. Can you see? Up to 13, up to 13. But can you see here, the numbering has been done haphazardly. So I will explain things very clearly why it is done haphazardly, but we will continue this class tomorrow. So before that, let me just show you a few things. What are the names? So just check it. First one, this is what we have discussed, equatorial climate. Second, we will be discussing this one, polar climate. Then we have tundra climate. We have taiga climate. Then from 4, I will be coming here, monsoon type of, that is tropical monsoon climate. We have savanna climate. We have tropical desert climate. We have China type climate, mid latitudinal desert. Now please check it here. This is my mid latitudinal desert. Can you see this desert, tropical desert? It's a hot desert which comes within 30-degree latitude, while my mid latitudinal deserts comes in between 30 to 45. So it will experience cold also, it will experience hot conditions also. That is the speciality of mid latitudinal desert. Then we have Mediterranean climate, then Laurentian, steppes and British. These are the 13 type of climatic conditions, world climatic regions, that we will be discussing one by one. So I will be continuing this series so that we can complete this topic. I hope things are comfortable. Please ask me if you have any doubts in this course till now. So rest of the portions we'll deal with in tomorrow. Now again, I'm announcing this particular thing. You can, if you like my classes, if you are new with Unacademy, if you are new with my profile, this is my Unacademy profile. You can follow this. I am on Unacademy Plus platform, which is a paid platform. I'm also taking Unacademy special classes, which is a freely available classes, similar experience with respect to Plus courses. So you can, I have already covered more than 100 courses here. So you can visit my profile and watch those classes if you like my classes. And this is my referral code. You can use this referral code in 2 ways. One thing, if you are using Unacademy for the first time, you can use this referral code to unlock these free lectures, that is special classes. Or if you are already using Unacademy, if you want to subscribe to Plus courses, you can use this referral code to avail 10% discount. Okay, so these are the paid platform. This is Plus platform, which is, these are the 4 things available, and I have just discussed about the fee. If you remember, these are the fees for your Plus platform. You can avail, you can use the code DineshRT10 and avail the 10% discount on your subscriptions. You have iconic course where you are getting 4 extra things, and these extra things are, you are getting a personal mentor, study plan, expert guidelines, and your mains test series will be included here. So these are the things that is available on Unacademy platform. Let me just read a message here from Srihari. Even though India experiences tropical monsoonal climate, also is all other climatic regions like areas are included in Indian subcontinent? Yes, I can say basically the entire area of Indian subcontinent, they experience tropical monsoonal climate. Okay, Srihari. But there is an issue. The issue is, I can say within Indian subcontinent, there are various types of climate definitely is there. For example, if I talk about Himalayan region, can I say Himalayan region, some of the area, especially if I talk about in Himalayas, I hope you might have heard about Trans Himalayas. Have you heard about Trans Himalayas? Right, Trans Himalayas. Now, trans Himalayas are regions which are much higher in latitude and altitude is also much higher. So these areas are permanently frozen. I can say it is alpine tundra type vegetations in that area. So alpine tundra means you have tundra type of vegetation that you see near the pole in the Himalayas also. So yes, definitely within a climatic regions there can be slight amount of subdivisions and all these particular things. Is that okay, Sriyari? Is your doubt clear? So yes, okay. So Bismi, okay, everybody is comfortable, I guess. So yes, so we will continue this course from tomorrow. I hope you all are comfortable. So same time tomorrow. Please wait. I have to check the schedule. Give me a second. No, tomorrow we don't have the class. Okay, tomorrow we don't have the class. Next class will be on Friday. Next class will be on Friday, and it is on the same time 7:30 live on YouTube. So next class, please remember, it is Friday. Tomorrow we don't have class in the evening, and that is tomorrow and day after tomorrow we don't have class. Next class is Friday and next will be Saturday. There will be around 10 classes in this particular series in this month. So that is all from my part. I hope you guys are comfortable. Thank you. See you on Friday on the same time. So thank you. Take care. Stay safe and bye.